Welcome to the deep dive. You know that feeling, right? You open a massive spreadsheet and you can almost hear your computer groan.
Oh, definitely. That spinning wheel of doom.
Exactly. So today, we're diving into how maybe we can make that less of a thing. We looked at some info about a service from one-click design,
Ah, yes.
and they tackle this headache, this huge data set problem, through something called data partitioning.
Right, data partitioning. It sounds technical, maybe, but the core idea is pretty simple. Think of it like instead of one giant overflowing filing cabinet,
Okay.
you split everything into smaller, clearly labeled drawers. Much easier to find what you need. That's basically it. Breaking big data into smaller bits.
Makes sense. Easier to handle.
Exactly. More efficient storage, retrieval, management. All that good stuff. So our mission today really is to unpack how a service like this, especially for tools we all use like Excel or Google
Yeah,
Sheets,
the everyday stuff.
how it can make those huge data sets feel less, overwhelming and actually more useful for you.
Okay, so let's get specific. What does one-click design actually do? According to their materials for Excel and Google Sheets, they offer a few key things.
Mm.
Things like um, creating a whole separate workbook, or maybe just new sheet files, splitting the data up
Uh,
physically.
right, dividing it.
And they mention column and row fixing. Sounds like and maybe getting rid of columns or rows that aren't really related, cleaning up the view.
Yeah, reducing the clutter. If you've got columns G through Z that you never actually look at for this particular task.
Get rid of them, yeah.
Exactly. Makes navigation way easier. Plus, they explicitly mention data cleaning.
Which, let's be honest, can take forever.
A massive time sink, absolutely. And one more thing they list is providing methodology and documentation.
Okay, methodology and documentation. We should circle back to that one.
Definitely. But what's interesting right off the bat is how these services seem to directly target, common frustrations. Well, imagine you're fighting with a giant sales report in Excel, right? If they split it into separate files, maybe one for each region or each quarter.
Oh, okay. Instantly less intimidating.
Totally. And faster to open, faster to work with, and that column and row fixing. Think about scrolling left and right, up and down, past tons of stuff you don't need.
All the time.
Removing that isn't just about speed, it's also about clarity. Makes your analysis potentially cleaner, less prone to errors, maybe.
That makes a lot of sense. Less noise. It's also worth noting they mentioned these services are charged per hour.
Right. So it's a time-based thing. You're paying for their effort to do this organizing.
So connecting this back to the listener,
Mhm.
if you've ever sat there, tapping your fingers while a spreadsheet just thinks about loading.
Or calculating a simple formula takes ages.
Yeah. This kind of service seems aimed squarely at those moments, those pain points.
Absolutely.